Patrick Lewis back here at Walnut Hills for Clark Montessori High School at the swim meet. We just got done with some senior introductions, accolades for the few seniors that we have here at the swim meet at Clark Montessori High School. We're going to start the 11th meet tonight with the girls 100-yard freestyle. The first meet has 3 competitors, none of which are from Clark Montessori High School. The second heat, however, has one Kennedy Stallworth from your Cougars. Going to hand off the mic here for Chris. Say your last name for us, Chris.
Marola.
Marola? Marola. Okay. What nationality is that?
Italian.
Italian. Okay, so this is Chris's first shot at broadcasting, and the Italian is going to give us his best shot. So, Chris, take it away. Do your best. Put your mouth close to the microphone so everyone can hear you. It's very sensitive. All right, you ready? He's somebody from the University of Cincinnati. As we get started, we only have, it looks like, 2 competitors here in lanes 2 and 3. Sophie Walden and Eva Nicholson, I'm sorry. And again, this is 100 yards. So, Chris, let's see what you got.
I really have no idea what to say. This is the third leg of the heat. It's not something I ever expected. In first place, we have Ava Nicholson, and in second place, we have Caitlin Sanderson. Clark Montessori is currently in the third lane. And our swimmer's name is Kennedy Stallworth. The Clark Montessori racer, Kennedy Stallworth, has come in, looks like, second place. Now we have Heat 3. Clark Montessori is in lanes 3 and 5. Rhea Gordon is in 3. And Macy Woodard is in lane 5. building. And Leia Gordon is our winner from Clark Montessori in lane 3. And Macy Woodward has come in 3rd place.
Yeah. Yep. Remember to turn this off and that off when you're done. I'm going to kick that part through.
What race?
Right here. That's your shot. So Clark doesn't have anybody there. Clark doesn't have anyone there. Clark has anybody there. That's what you're saying. We'll just cruise at it. That's all I need.
Clark has 2.
Did we get money locked up?
She was just going to ask you to do that. See how it goes. Currently, we are in event number 12, which is the boys 100-yard freestyle. There is no swimmer from Clark in this event. Our winner in lane 4 is Ricky Glunt from St. Bernard. And coming in 2nd place in lane 2 was Jake Hackney also from St. Bernard. Now, in heat 2 of the 100-yard freestyle, again, there's no swimmer from Clark. And the winner of this race in lane 3 is Stephen Wibowo from CHCA. Now starting heat 3 of the boys 100-yard freestyle, we have 2 swimmers from Clark Montessori. In lane 1 we have Tommy Yates, and in lane 3 we have Rami Wadi. We also have a 3rd swimmer from Clark in lane 5 named Adam Oseas. Swimmers are coming into their first turn. They all look to have a solid turn. Into the second turn. We have first place in lane 3 is Clark Montessori swimmer Rami Wadi. Third place was Clark swimmer Adam Assayas, and in lane 1, Tommy Yates finished in 4th. Now beginning the girls' 500-yard freestyle race, we have one Clark Montessori swimmer, and that is Gabrielle Gabinesh in lane 4. Currently in first place at what I believe is the midway point of the race is Country Day Summit swimmer Maddie Amend. Currently in second place is Clark Montessori swimmer Gabriella Gabinesh. Maddie Amend in lane 3 is almost a full lap ahead of Clark Montessori's Gabrielle Gabinesh, but even in second place, Gabriella has quite a large lead of her own over both CHCA's Rachel Haslam and Summit's other swimmer, Amanda Ketterer. And the bell signifies that we are now on our final lap of the race. In first place is still Summit's Maddie Amend in lane 3. Second place is still Clark Montessori's Gabriella Gabinesh in lane 4. Third place appears to be CHCA's Rachel Haslam, and in fourth place is Summit's Amanda Ketterer. There she is. Maddie Amend from Summit Country Day has won this race. Now on the final stretch is Clark Montessori's Gabriella Gabinesh. She's in, and her official time is 6 minutes and 21.19 seconds. With that time, she has beaten her seed time of 6 minutes, 26.99 seconds. Up next in the pool is event number 14, which is the boys 500-yard freestyle. There is no Clark Montessori swimmer in this race. In lane 2, we have Connor Sheehy from CHCA. Lane 3, Scott Kinross from Summit. In lane 4, we have Dominic Rotman from CHCA. And in lane 5, we have Seth Jessen from St. Bernard. Seth Jensen from St. Bernard appears to be building himself a pretty substantial early lead over the field. Still with the large lead is Seth Jensen from St. Bernard. In second place in lane 3, we have Scott Kinross from Summit, followed closely by Dominic Rotman in lane 4, and rounding out the field from CHCA is Connor Sheehy in lane 2. Seth Jessen has now built himself a full one-lap lead over the rest of the field. Now Seth Jensen is approaching his final turn down to this end of the pool. He is now on to his final lap. Down to the final stretch, about 5 feet out. And he touches with a final time of 5 minutes and 53.1 seconds. And our second place finisher is in lane 3, and that is Scott Kinross from Summit, and his final time was 6 minutes and 14 seconds. And in third place was Dominic Rotman from CHCA with a time of 6 minutes and 16.57 seconds. Finishing the race in lane 2 was Connor Sheehy with a time of 6 minutes 35 and 35.27 seconds. Up next, we have the first heat of event 15, which is the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. In this race, in lane 2, we have Clark Montessori, and our racers are Isabel Gantz, Kennedy Stallworth, Caroline Brashad, and Chantel Butchman. In lane 3, we have Summit, and also in lane 4, we have Summit again. On the first turn, our first and second places are both Summit. Now coming into the turn is our Clark Montessori swimmer. Both Summit's second swimmers are now in the water, coming into their first turns. And our Clark Montessori second swimmer is now in the water, looking to make up some ground. Into the water are the third Summit swimmers. And the third Clark Montessori swimmer is in the water. Currently in first place, we have the Summit Country Day swimmers of Lane 3. And the final Summit swimmers have now entered the water. And first place is Lane 3 of Summit Country Day with a time of 2 minutes and 14.4 seconds. Coming in second place is also Summit in Lane 4 with a time of 2 minutes and 21.61 seconds. And coming in last was Clark Montessori in Lane 2 at the time of 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Now we have Heat 2 of the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. In this race, we have Clark Montessori swimmers in Lane 3, and these swimmers are Rhea Gordon, Morgan Woodward, Mary Claire Fibby, and Macy Woodward. And they're into the water. And through the first turn, it is Clark Montessori with a slight lead. Now all 4 second swimmers are in the water, with Clark Montessori still in the lead in Lane 3. We currently have Clark Montessori in first place, followed closely by CHCA and Summit in lanes 2 and 4, with CHCA again in lane 5, lagging behind just a little bit. Clark Montessori is on the verge of having their 4th swimmer enter the water with a pretty substantial lead over Summit and CHCA. Our final Clark swimmer has made her last turn. And there we have it. The winners in lane 3 are Clark Montessori with a time of 1 minute and 52 seconds. In second place was in lane lane 2, which was CHCA with a time of 1 minute and 59 seconds. And in lane 4, also with a time of 1 minute and 59.2 seconds was Summit Country Day. Now we are on to event number 16, which is the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane two features Clark Montessori swimmers Adam Oseas, Gerundio Reblando, Matthew Wright, and Ben Hammond. And they're now in the water, along with swimmers from CHCA in lane 3 and St. Bernard in lane 4. Into the first turn, the three swimmers are all pretty equal. CHCA and St. Bernard swimmers appear to be in what appears to be a lock for a tie, with Clark Montessori just slightly behind. The third swimmers are in the water for all three schools. Coming out after making up some big ground on that last stretch was Clark Montessori, as they are now in first place. And with the final swimmers entering the water, we have Clark in first place, soon to be St. Bernard in second place, and CHCA entering the water in third place. There you have it. Clark Montessori finishes in first place in lane 2 with a time of 1 minute and 51.65 seconds. In second place in lane 4 was St. Bernard with a time of 1 minute and 55.75 seconds. And in lane 3 was CHCA with a time of 2 minutes and 0.74 seconds. Now we have Heat 2, which features Clark Montessori in lane 4. The swimmers are Rami Wadi, Jacob Fricker, Jason Itchner, and Jason Gerald Grapes. The race also features Summit Country Day in lane 2 and 5 and CHCA in lane 3. And the swimmers are in the water. Lanes 2 through the second swimmers in the water, CHCA appears to have a slight lead over Summit and Clark. Again, our current leader is CHCA in lane 3, followed closely in lane 4 by Clark Montessori, and just slightly behind that in lane 2, is Summit Country Day. And the final swimmers are in the water. Coming into the final turn, it is Clark Montessori in first place, just ahead of CHCA and Summit. Coming down into the final stretch, it is Clark Montessori coming in first place in lane 4 with a time of 1 minute and 41.73 seconds. In second place was Summit in lane 2 with a time of 1 minute and 44.52 seconds. In third place was CHCA with a time of 1 minute and 45.49 seconds. Now on to event number 17, which is the girls' 100-yard backstroke. This race features a Clark Montessori swimmer in lane 4 by the name of Caroline Broscheid. And through the first turn is Summit swimmer Elizabeth Herfel. Second place is Clark Montessori's Caroline Broscheid, and in third place is CHCA's Jada Kiner. Coming into her final turn is Summit's Elizabeth Herfel. And our winner is in lane 3, and that is Elizabeth Herfel from Summit Country Day. And in second place in lane 4 is Clark Montessori's Caroline Broscheid with a time of 1 minute and 30.41 seconds. And rounding out the race is CHCA's Jada Kiner with a time of 1 minute. It appears the touchpad malfunctioned, so her final time is unknown. Now we have the second heat of this race, which features a Clark Montessori swimmer in lane 3 by the name of Mary Ellen Gallagher. It appears that CHCA's swimmer in lane 2, Hope Whiteside, is not going to take part in this race. And through the first turn, it is Clark Montessori swimmer Mary Ellen Gallagher in first place. Coming into the final turn, it is Mary Helen Gallagher still in first place for Clark Montessori, followed closely by Summit swimmers Allison Kinross and Maddie Shelton. And Mary Helen Gallagher has won the race for Clark Montessori in lane 3 with a time of 1 minute and 5.14 seconds, beating her seed time of 1 minute and 7.11 seconds. Up next is event number 18, which is the boys 100-yard backstroke. This is heat 1 of the event, which does not feature a Clark Montessori racer. Instead, it features racers from CHCA in lane 2 and 2 racers from St. Bernard in lanes 3 and 4. I'm sorry, the CHCA racer does not appear to be in this race. Through the first turn, the 2 St. Bernard swimmers appear to be about even with each other. Coming into the final turn, the St. Bernard swimmer in lane 4, which is Noah Jessen, appears to be in first place ahead of his fellow teammate, Daniel Hackney. And at the finish, it is Noah Jessen in lane 4, coming in with the final time of 1 minute and 20.58 seconds, just ahead of his teammate, Daniel Hackney in lane 3 with a time of 1 minute and 24.24 seconds. Now for heat 2 of the 100-yard backstroke. This race features 2 Clark Montessori swimmers in lanes 4 and 5. In lane 4 is Jason Etchner, and in lane 5 is Matthew Wright. They are joined by swimmers from Summit in lane 2 and CHCA in lane 3. Through the first turn, it is CHCA swimmer in lane 3 with a slight lead. Coming into the final turn, it is still CHCA swimmer John Paul Panchioli with a slight lead over Clark Montessori's Jason Etchner and Summit's Nicholas Sanders. And there we have it. It is CHCA's John Paul Panchioli in lane 3 with a final time of 1 minute and 6.27 seconds, followed closely by Clark Montessori's Jason Etchner in lane 4 at the time of 1 minute and 8.62 seconds. Now finishing for Clark Montessori was Matthew Wright in lane 5 with a final time of 1 minute and 31.61 seconds. And it appears just before the final 2 events, we have had a power outage.